friends and neighbors. It's been raining for the last couple of days, so been kind of stuck here in the house because it's flooded outside, and I don't like walking in flood water in Manila, or really anywhere for that matter. But nevertheless, been kind of stuck here in the house, so I thought I'd go ahead and give you guys this particular video. It's about dating Filipinas, and I think this is an important topic because if you're a foreigner and you're coming to the Philippines to be here for any extended period of time, you're single, you have your work, you have your things you're doing during the day or whatnot, you're going to notice that this country is really just overrun with Filipinas. It's the Philippines. That's going to happen. But the thing is, most Westerners find Filipinas very, very attractive. There's something about that tan complexion, the petite look, the sweet smile, the long black hair, the dainty features, and the cute attitude that most Western guys think is just absolutely stunning and remarkable and whatever else. What I want to talk about, and again, I think this might be a two-part series, is that if you want to meet and date Filipinas, there is something that you really, really need to be aware of. First of all, in the Philippines, and I'm going to be kind of general here, and obviously you could say, oh, no, wait, there's an exception to the rule, and I'm sure there are. But there are largely two different cultures at play here in the Philippines. And I'm not talking about Westerners and Filipinas. I'm talking about two different cultural classes of Filipinas that you need to be aware of. First, we have the westernized, we call them kind of like the Manila girl, who has 3 Facebook accounts. She likes going to parties and she meets foreigners all the time, and she goes out and she goes to all these social events, and she's kind of a butterfly and whatnot and whatnot. And then on the other side of the coin, you also have the Filipina who lives in the province, out in the country as it would be, with her parents and her brothers and sisters. And she spends her evenings cleaning and cooking fish and help taking care of her other 5, 6, 10 siblings, whatever she has on hand there that she's working with. So obviously you can imagine these two girls are incredibly different creatures. Now, they're both really cute. They both have the same physical complexions. They both have the same smile and, same beautiful eyes and long hair. But their attitudes toward life can be very, very different. And if you're going to date Filipinas, especially if you want to date someone, for the long haul, you want to date someone that you're going to be with, perhaps for the rest of your life, or you want a long-term relationship, you need to be aware of these cultural differences. The province girls and the Manila girls, they are not the same in any stretch of imagination. You're also going to find, well, I don't want to say that necessarily one is all good or one is all bad. I'm not, that's not where I'm going. I'm saying that both are different. So if you like a girl who knows how to put on the jewelry, she knows how to spend, 45 minutes to an hour putting on her makeup and putting on that long evening gown and, getting all glitzy and going out onto the town, excuse me, then, the Manila girl is probably, the one that could pull that off. If you want a girl who's more simple, who probably doesn't wear cosmetics, who, spends most of her days wearing shorts and t-shirts and slippers, well, that's going to be more your province girl, okay? Now, of course, there are good girls in both cultures, and there are naughty girls in both cultures. But what I've found in my own experience is that in the Manila girl culture, they tend to be a lot more morally liberal, let's say, than a provincial girl. A provincial girl who lives with her parents and her brothers and her sisters, she may not have any experience with boyfriends at all. Like, she might even be a virgin, They exist. Believe it or not, yeah. And you don't need to go to an elementary school to find them. And get arrested. But the thing is, um, again, it's just different. A Manila girl, she may not even be able to tell you how many guys she's been in bed with. She doesn't have any clue at this stage of the game. Whereas the province girl, a lot of them can probably count it on one hand, or even less than one hand, as the case may be. So again, it just depends on you and how comfortable you are. The one thing I would say is you have to find a girl who is similar to how you are. If you want a girl who is simple and loves to take care of her spouse and loves to take care of her kids and wants to be a homebody and wants to be, taken care of by that one man in her life who loves her beyond all measure, you need to be the same. If you want a girl who wants to go out and party like it's 1999 and paint the city and on and on and on, and that's how you are, well, we got you covered. We can do both. I'm sorry, we can do either one. Both. That's not going to work out. But you do need to be aware of these two phenomenally different cultures, because you don't want to end up looking for that simple, sweet, innocent little thing and then getting yourself into a relationship with a Manila girl who's got a Rolodex full of guys that she's in constant contact with. Okay, so that's a little bit of a difference. Also, you got to look at the religious differences. A lot of times, the girls that are in the province tend to be very religious. Again, this is a predominantly Catholic country, while the girls that are in the big city, the Manila girl, the very socially liberal girl, and the morally liberal girl, she's going to tell you she's Catholic, but she's not going to be a very religious type person. And, she may or may not be that family oriented when it comes down to it. Now, again, you'll find exceptions to every rule. So I'm not trying to say one fits them all. But you do need to be aware that you're dealing with two distinct types of animals here in the Philippines. All right? And unfortunately, every girl you meet is going to want to come off as the sweetest, most innocent, pure as the wind-driven snow creature that you've ever met in your life, who's only had one other boyfriend, and you're only the second guy she's ever done this with. God, if I had a banana for every time I heard that, I'd be in the Philippines. But anyway, the thing is, the good girls tend to be good girls. The bad girls tend to try to look like the good girls. So sometimes it takes a little bit of time of getting to know somebody before you can really determine whether or not this person is for real. And I think that's the same probably in any culture. Any culture, I would say, be careful who you're going to get together with. Take your time, go slow, get to know them, get to know their family, get to know their friends, who they hang out with, what they do, where they work, what their lifestyle is like, before you decide to start, jumping into a serious relationship. And I bring that up not only because it's common sense, but I bring that up because a lot of guys come to the Philippines and they meet that sweet little Filipina, and it was love at first sight. She was just the most amazing thing. She knew how to cook. She wanted to give him a massage. Age didn't matter. And that is the thing. Filipinas are very, very happy to date outside their age group. I was, 51 years old, and I'd been talking with this 19-year-old I met when she said, "Oh, by the way, if you'd like, I can move into your condo with you, and I can live with you, and I can be a good wife." I took a hard pass, but I got to let you know, that the little naughty angel on one shoulder was going, "Yeah, let's do this," while the other one was like, "What, are you nuts?" Thankfully, the "What are you nuts" angel won. Because if you get involved with the wrong woman, I don't care what culture you're in, you get involved with the wrong woman, she can destroy your life in about 10, 9, 8, 7, and basically, turn your entire world on its ear. So, you need to be careful who you get involved with, and you need to know, what is this girl like and what does this girl do? In the next one, I'll talk to you a little bit about what you're going to find when you start getting out into the dating scene and how to navigate it a little bit in the big city. And of course, naturally, if you meet a province girl, how are you going to meet one, and how are you going to handle that, and what the differences are probably going to end up being. Okay, so I want to keep these videos short because I know that you don't have a whole lot of time to sit down and watch, these hugely long videos. But at the same time, this is kind of important stuff. And again, I've been here for 20 years. I've had my share of dating in the Philippines, probably a lot more than my fair share of dating in the Philippines. And I've learned a lot about the different cultures and about the different types of girls and where you're going to find them and how they're going to act and what they're going to do and the way that they're going to impress themselves upon you. So we'll get down to that in part 2. Thank you very much for watching part 1, and cheers. As always, I appreciate a like and a thumbs up, and I would really love it if you would subscribe to the channel. There's going to be a lot more interesting videos coming up, and you're going to love them. Looking forward to seeing you on those. Cheers.